The key was, we just went gently using the energy practices, and I'm going to show you one of the practices. We have them on the website, a small one today while we're talking, but I showed her one of the practices where she went into a breathing exercise and just started to open up her sensors, because that's what's so great about this energy. It isn't something you have to memorize. It isn't something you have to change who you are or what you do. It's just something that allows you to have more free time, more fun, by just relaxing and letting either the videos or the audios do it for you. Hello, 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 hello. I'm Dr. B with Energy for Success. We have programs that allow and augment and support high achievers to, well, just to completely explode, not only into success and scale, but also to have the things that most people don't get when they're really high achieving, which is the whole package, you know, love, health, happiness, and lots. Today we're going to speak about lots of great relationships, all levels, parents, relatives, employees, employers, new people, people everywhere you meet. As a matter of fact, I noticed that behind me are a bunch of people who are in the course that I'm teaching today. So can you all say hello? Yay! Did you all get it? Try it again, come on. Hello! Now what you can tell about these people here is, one, they're super nice. Come on. How many people would let themselves be shoved into a sardine can when they're supposed to be out here in the audience, and I'm presenting, not only do we present coursework, but we also present different practices that are 5,000 years old that allow you to not only get moving in the morning, but also every time you're stuck, you can get unstuck really quickly and really connect with other people. The fact that we didn't even tell them we were going to do this was part of the plan. It was part of the plan to have them be sort of surprised and say, hey, would you mind doing a Facebook Live, or would it be something? And then I waited, and I didn't even ask them, I had someone else ask them, and you all didn't fight, did you? You all just jumped up and said you'd do it, right? Yeah. Where did you get all the moxie to do all that? Didn't you feel like, I don't know, I don't have a script, I don't know how to present myself, can I really be up here? Maybe. I mean, look at their smiles. I mean, I can just look at them and not do the whole thing. I mean, look, their auras are like magnanimous. Look at that. Each one of them is, I just want to go like this on their forehead. They're so sweet. I mean, look. And I'm not, we didn't give them any, microdosing before we started. It's all, these are people that just come to the courses, and we have courses everywhere, all over the world. And please check us out, on the website, energyforsuccess.org, because we have material there that you can download and you can use right after this. It'll really allow you to gain some wonderful access to success today, and especially in the area that we're talking about. So since we have such great people here, the area I thought might be interesting was a little story. Facebook Live is not supposed to be super long, so we're trying to condense in a short time, so I won't talk fast, I'll just tell a short story. So the point is that there was a lady came to me, and she said, I'm pretty successful, and she's successful, and she's attractive, married, has, a life, and goes to work every day, and has friends and everything. But she said, there's always one thing, that whenever we have like family reunions, which is often during the month, it goes for a certain period of time, and then it falls. Every time. She says it just goes good, everybody's having fun, it's nice. And I said, when does it fall? After dessert? She goes, yes. So what happened, and you may not be able to relate to this, but I still think it's a good story, because it shows that here's not a person who's 6 years old, says I have trouble getting along with my Aunt Matilda. It's not someone who's, ancient, who says I don't even listen to other people. It's someone who's out here in life, like you all and like all these people are. Oh, by the way, people are here from every age group. We have people, 15 years old all the way up to 93. So, I'm the 93-year-old. So the point is that what happened with her, I'm just going to move so you can see everybody every once in a while. What happened with her was really key, which is that she just said, well, I don't know, I just can't control it. It seems like it's always gone on. I'm her daughter, and I love her, but when she says those things, I just can't stop getting reactivated. I said, you mean that old 60s thing, like getting your buttons pushed, you're getting triggered? She goes, well, it happens, whatever you want to call it. So I said, okay. Okay, so the key was, we just went gently using the energy practices, and I'm going to show you one of the practices. We have them on the website, a small one today while we're talking, but I showed her one of the practices where she went into a breathing exercise and just started to open up her sensors, because that's what's so great about this energy. It isn't something you have to memorize. It isn't something you have to change who you are or what you do. It's just something that allows you to have more free time, more fun by just relaxing and letting either the videos or the audios do it for you. So I said, why don't you do one of the videos or one of the audios? And so she picked one of the audios and she decided to do a breathing exercise. And in the breathing exercise, she said while she was just relaxing and letting herself go level to level to level, she looked at a certain topic, and I wish you all would do that also, is just take a little goal right now and make a goal on something you would like to have happen in a relationship with somebody that you know. Could be anybody. Could be your boss on Monday. Could be your best friend that you're going to see after this. Could be your significant other. Could be your children. Just pick one person. Just write it right now. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So pick that person, and now here's the key. She sat there listening to the breathing exercise, going from level to level as it just allows all her sensors to open up. And I asked her, I said, pick that person and look, not psychologically, just look at what that person who triggers you really is interested in for herself in doing that thing that you say triggers you. And she said, no, don't you want to see how it affects me? I said, no, I think you've gone through that enough in your life. Let's just see what you think her purpose is in doing that. And she says, all right, I'll look. We've been together 20 years, 23 years. So she did the process, and as she was doing the process, there's a whole period there where you just get to relax and float. And she started to really relax and come out of it. And so then come out of any tension or any concerns. And then when the process is over, the breathing exercise, and she opened her eyes, and you'll see how to do that if you go to the website and check out these breathing exercises. She came back and she said, I know why she does it. And I said, and what does that mean? She said, she does it because her training in life was such that at that time, if she hadn't reached for that one thing and just held on to it and said, that's the thing I've got to do instead of what was dragging me off into what I call the matrix, that I probably wouldn't even have made it this far, or even had, made it to getting married, or even having children, having you. It was, she remembered all the way back into childhood without having to do psychotherapy. You don't need to go searching. Your body, your mind, your soul is so interested in gapping up all the time. You're made to win. It's just that you don't need to force anything. The energy allows your sensors to be open, and then just like balancing on a bike, so all of a sudden you'll be able to do it. And so she went to her mom later and said, hey, you can say that thing you say all the time to me. And her mom said, what thing? Oh, you don't even know it, but the thing that you always say about that you wish I did this, which is that, and every time you say it, from now on, I'm just going to hug you because I know you're doing it because of why you feel it's so important, because it allowed you so much power to be able to be successful. And because I love you so much, I'm glad you're doing that. And I don't mind you saying it to me. I see why you're saying it. She said, it took you all this time to just figure that out, 23 years, that I was saying it because I thought it was so important to me, and I thought you might be valued. She says, yeah, for some reason I thought I was being hammered into a hole. I go, no. So then they hugged, they cried, and since then, the relationship, without having to think, do I get along? Do I know what am I going to do? All that stuff's disappeared because it was never there anyway. It was all misconception, right? Because they did love each other, right? Just like you really want to love the people that you're connected with, right? If you can just tell them. But somehow the way we tell people that we love them is a little bit, convoluted because of experiences we've had. But if there are, not everybody, but if they are coming from a great place, and you can keep checking that, and her mother was, don't miss out. Do the breathing exercise and find out that you actually can connect and have more loving relationships every day, not only at work, but with your family and also with new people. So let's take these people here. these people, for you, appear new, right? But I don't know, if you were to take a deep breath right now and close your eyes, just close your eyes for a second, just for a second. And if you were just to say, okay, just for a second, I'm just gonna relax today, it's Sunday, we're gonna have fun. And I'm just gonna take a deep breath. And all the energy processes guide you directly to getting the goals you want. So this goal is, you're gonna see, has something to do with that person you wrote down. So take another deep breath. And as you take the deep breath, let your breath just sort of work its way all the way down through your shoulders and your abdomen and down through your legs until finally, you're just, no one's watching. Just take a break for just a second. That means we're just not gonna think, we're not gonna worry, we're not gonna do anything, because for a moment we're gonna step aside from all that. We're gonna step away from that and just let all that concern and how could we do this next 200 things to figure out how to get along with this other person or any people, and we're just gonna let that dissipate, let it dissolve into the huge universe. And for a moment, without changing any opinions of yourself, breathe a little bit deeper as you allow yourself just to float a little bit. As you float, some people notice that it's much easier when they float to allow their neck to go a little bit back, allow their shoulders to just relax. It's okay. It's a moment just for you to reconnect with everything that you were meant to receive this lifetime that's good. So don't shut it out. Don't be too busy for it. Let's use it. Let's have fun. So deeper breath. And this time when you breathe, I want you to breathe deeply and almost it's so easy if you'll just give it a chance to just breathe and let shoulders, neck, body, not only take it easy, but that as you're floating along here, you can sort of see in the distance that, there's sort of a panorama there. And that whole panorama is like there for you to explore. There's all kinds of things moving there. Sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's black, sometimes you'll see shoots of shards of light coming through, and then they'll disappear. Maybe they'll be looking like a lightning bug or something. But if you just let that just open up for you, and you just look out there and just gaze for a moment, and then let the body just take it even easier while you just let that just flow in, and you flow out to it as you breathe. So now as you breathe, just let yourself just sort of allow yourself to float even more up through that space that has sort of a different color to it. Sometimes it's gray or black. And then if you look in the center, there's a little tiny gold, silver dot there that sort of pulsates. It almost looks, like something that's trying to say, hi, welcome. And just look at that and smile. And take a real, closer look and let it just come closer as you see sort of a gold, silver, platinum ball that sort of takes a little rough side on one side and smooth on the other, and it keeps rotating. And if you could just, for a moment, just imagine that the relationship with that person that you wrote down somehow is contained within this space. Why not? Just take it, contained within the space you're in right now. And that your future relationships with that person will all be augmented by all this wonderful, wonderful support you're getting from all places that are around you at this moment while you're doing this breathing exercise. And that makes most people smile, even though you're just hypothesizing. You might as well pick where you want to aim your significant power in life. So let's aim it towards this relationship being one that blossoms. And see yourself having a blossoming relationship that not only turns out good, but okay, come on, do it better than you even could expect. That all of a sudden you see yourself holding hands with that person and you're all skipping down the path and the sun's shining. Let's have fun, come on, this is fun. You can really create things in all different ways once you have all your sensors open. That's what all the processes we have in all the programs. So just skip with the person, watch yourself going through green grass and the grass is tall and it's floating back and forth, or you're on a nice dirt road, but the road is all smooth and it's easy to walk on, it's soft, you can even take your shoes off, you and your significant other person, And then just say, hey, you know, from now on, whenever we start a conversation or whenever we connect, we're gonna start from here. Deal, and you know, give them a high five, or give them a handshake, or give them, you know, palms up, palms down, or, you know, a shoulder hit, whatever you like, or a fist pump. And then smile, and then just sort of let yourself and that person just sort of float back into here, where we are now. And then with your eyes still closed for a second, take your hands and just rub them together. And the people behind me, if you don't mind rubbing your hands too, great. And then all this has been unprepared, but they're doing great, aren't they? And take it and just rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it. And then all you have to do for this exercise is just leave it right over your chest. Just leave it right here. And you can put one hand on top of the other. You can put, keep your eyes closed. Left on top of right, right on top of left, or you can put it all the way out here. You can experiment with this process. It's yours. I'm giving it to you. Please use it. And we've got lots more for you at energyforsuccess.org. And just hold it here. Now, as you're holding it here, I'll be quiet for a second and just allow yourself to smile inside as you feel the vibrations, if you wish to. Or you can be neutral. Or you can just relax. But if it happens that you happen to smile inside, no one's going to notice. You're there by yourself or with someone else, but let it happen. Statistically, using this smile process allows people to be not only successful in not only playing golf, tennis, negotiating, conversation, but it does tremendous things for being connected with anybody and everybody that you meet, even people you don't even know. So I want you to try it and take this smile out there and just see how it works, calibrate it, and then let us know. Please like us on Facebook and send back, you know, comments. And we're going to do another one of these soon. But every time we do it, we want you to take advantage of the material because I want you to get your goals. That's what we're all about. High achievers, not only getting their goals, but finally getting all the things in your life that you really want, which is the free time, the great relationships, the fun of life, and not the stress. You deserve it. You've been working hard long enough. I can't wait till I see you next time. What do you all want to say as far as goodbye? Open your eyes. Say goodbye.